Hello and welcome back to the continued reading of The Puzzle, A Gift from Spirit with me, Kelly Allen. And I'm going to go ahead and open up with reading a few quotes, and then I'll jump into the final two chapters of the puzzle revelation. The day will come when, after harnessing space, the winds, the tides, and gravitation, we shall harness for God the energies of love. And on that day, for the second time in the history of the world, we shall have discovered fire. And that's Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. Internal and external are ultimately one. When you no longer perceive the world as hostile, there is no more fear. When there is no more fear, you think, speak, and act differently. Love and compassion arise, and they affect the world. Eckhart Tolle. The final quote: there is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out all fear, because fear hath torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love. And that's 1 John 4:18 from the Bible. Enter love. As time went on, more and more of the puzzle solvers began to branch out of their own groups and teachings, and the desire for truth and brotherhood began to revive. Individuals from varying groups were inspired by the peacemakers and by their own inner desire to return to the puzzle in search of its greater meaning. The puzzle solvers now sought out truth, brotherhood, and compassion and requested assistance from them in their journey. As I watched, truth, brotherhood, and compassion enthusiastically heed the call of the puzzle solvers and enter the room. I saw the teacher enter the room with them, wearing a name tag. The teacher's name tag read, Love. The puzzle solvers were now receptive to the assistance that had been available to them from the beginning of their quest, and they became both inspired and empowered. They no longer entertained the company of fear, and thus their insecurities and judgments of others melted away. Now fear was replaced by love, and the individuals returned to their puzzles, united in an effort to help one another. These puzzle solvers quickly became aware that the varying groups and divisions, all shared the same puzzle. And it wasn't long before they understood that they could all help one another with progress. In discussion between the individuals of the varying groups, they also came to realize that each group had been visited by truth, brotherhood, compassion, and now love. With this in common, and armed with a greater understanding, these individuals, now inspired and motivated by truth, brotherhood, compassion, and love, and without insecurities driven by fear, continued efforts to solve the puzzle. Many worked within their own groups to help inspire the members revive the desire to once again seek truth, brotherhood, compassion, and love, and still some pursued a path of mediation and healing between the disparate groups. Of course, truth, brotherhood, compassion, and love were there for all to aid in their efforts. As these individuals continued their journey in the room of puzzle solvers, a final character entered the room. The name on this individual's tag read Understanding. And now a couple quick quotes. All truths are easy to understand once they are discovered. The point is to discover them. And that's Galileo Galilei. Another quote: life is the first gift, love is the second, and understanding is the third. Marge Piercy. Understanding. I looked to my teacher and I didn't know whether to laugh uncontrollably with gratitude and joy, or cry with sorrow from an understanding of the suffering that brings pain to the very heart of truth, brotherhood, compassion, and love. Suffering that also prevents understanding from guiding us in our continued quest for the meaning to the puzzle of life. The teacher looked at me with eyes that seemed to penetrate my very being and deliver a message that even words cannot convey. At that moment, I knew that my journey had only begun, and peace had been restored to my soul. This peace was not new to me, but something that I had forgotten. In what seemed to be a moment, and at the same time an eternity, I knew truth, brotherhood, compassion, and love in a way that I had allowed fear to veil, but that I had always known. I also came to understand that the puzzle is ever growing, and I am now free to work on it, not out of a sense of obligation or duty, and not with a deadline to meet, but with a great passion and an urgency to gain better understanding of truth, brotherhood, compassion, and most importantly, love. So that concludes the puzzle experience in the book, The Puzzle, A Gift from Spirit. I'll be moving forward with other chapters that I was inspired to also write, and within those chapters, I convey some enlightenment, some insights from my perspective, from my personal perspective, and I share some experiences and how I reflected on those experiences and move forward with a deeper understanding of my quest and my effort to work by myself and with others, individually and collectively, through love, in love, and on what we like to call in this life the greatest puzzle of all, the mystery of understanding why we're here. And I'll visit and touch on some of those topics moving forward in the readings and in other videos that I plan to share as well. But again, I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope you've found the insights within this experience that I was gifted to be as meaningful to you as they are to me. And as we walk each other home, I wish you grace and I wish you love. Thank you.